The Lobster is a 2015 dystopian black comedy film directed by Yorgos Lanthimos and co-written by Lanthimos and Eftimis Philippou. The film delves into a dystopian society where single people are given 45 days to find a romantic partner, or else they will be transformed into an animal of their choice. This unique premise sets the stage for a thought-provoking exploration of societal expectations, the nature of relationships, and the complexities of human connection. David, the protagonist, is escorted to a hotel after his wife leaves him for another man. At the hotel, he is informed that he has 45 days to find a new partner or face transformation into an animal. David chooses to become a lobster if he fails, as lobsters live for over 100 years and he loves the sea. The hotel has numerous rules and rituals designed to encourage residents to find a partner quickly. One such rule allows residents to extend their deadline by hunting and tranquilizing single people, known as loners, who live in the nearby woods. Each captured loner grants the hunter an additional day to find a partner. David befriends two other single men at the hotel, Robert, who has a lisp, and John, who has a limp. They, like the other guests, are fixated on finding a partner with superficial traits they share, as they believe that these minor similarities are the key to compatibility. John manages to win the affections of a woman with constant nosebleeds by secretly smashing his nose to mimic her condition. They move to the couples section of the hotel to begin a month-long trial partnership. Meanwhile, David decides to court a notoriously cruel woman who has tranquilized more loners than anyone else. He pretends to be as heartless as she is to gain her interest. Their initial interaction is accompanied by the screams of a woman who loves butter biscuits and who had previously offered David sexual favors, which he declined. She has injured herself by jumping from a hotel window after telling David that she would commit suicide if she failed to find a partner. The cruel woman tests David's heartlessness by feigning choking on an olive in a hot tub. When David makes no attempt to help her, she decides they are a match and they move to the couple's suite. However, one morning, David wakes up to find that the woman has killed his brother who had been transformed into a dog. David's emotional reaction to the loss reveals that their relationship is a lie. The woman tries to have David punished by dragging him to the hotel manager, but David escapes with the help of a sympathetic maid who is later revealed to be a mole working for the loners. He then tranquilizes his former partner and transforms her into an unspecified animal. David escapes the hotel and joins the loners in the woods. The loners have their strict rules, which are the complete opposite of the hotel's, as they forbid any kind of romance or emotional connection. David, who is short-sighted, begins a secret relationship with a short-sighted woman. They develop a gestural language to communicate and enjoy their secret love, especially during covert missions to the nearby city, where they have to pretend to be a married couple. The loners launch a raid to sabotage the hotel, and during the chaos, several relationships are tested and broken. David tells the nosebleed woman that John has been faking his condition, while other loners trick the hotel manager and her husband into a cruel test of their loyalty, revealing the emotional manipulation present in their society. The leader of the loners discovers David's plan to escape with the short-sighted woman by reading his journal. The leader, along with the maid, takes the short-sighted woman to the city under the pretense of curing her short-sightedness. Instead, they have her blinded through an operation. The short-sighted woman attempts to stab the leader in retaliation, but the leader uses the maid as a human shield, resulting in the maid's death. The leader then pretends to die, successfully deceiving the short-sighted woman. Back in the woods, David and the blind woman struggle to find another shared trait that could be the basis for their relationship. Despite the challenges, they remain committed to each other. They continue to rely on their gestural language and shared experiences, determined to overcome the obstacles imposed by the society they live in. One morning, David overpowers the loner leader, leaving her tied up in an open grave to be eaten alive by wild dogs. He and the blind woman escape to the city, determined to leave the oppressive society behind and start a new life together. As they traverse the urban landscape, they encounter the remnants of the society they left behind, including the hotel manager and her husband, who are now forced to confront the reality of their own relationship. Upon reaching the city, David and the blind woman stop at a restaurant. They have a heartfelt conversation about their love and the sacrifices they have made for one another. David decides that in order to be truly equal with the blind woman and share a genuine connection, he must also become blind. He goes to the restroom with a steak knife, intending to blind himself. As David contemplates his decision, the blind woman waits nervously at the table. She questions her own dedication to their relationship and reflects on the choices they have made. The audience is left to consider the nature of love and the lengths to which people will go to maintain a connection with someone they care about. The film ends on an ambiguous note as the camera focuses on the blind woman's face, waiting for David's return. The audience is left to wonder whether David blinds himself or not, and whether the couple will manage to escape the oppressive society they once belonged to. The open-ended conclusion invites viewers to examine their own perspectives on relationships and societal expectations, as well as the consequences of conformity and rebellion.